will adult content be allowed on the blockchain? So look, the blockchain is a decentralized thing. In the asset registry, we will allow adult content. In terms of the Vitru store, etc., that's a different story, because we feel like anyone can come and spin up their own store and leverage the asset registry. So the answer is partially yes. We will have it in, if needed, in the asset registry. But in terms of surfacing it, that's up to whoever wants to surface a website. Because remember, it's open. Like anyone can create a Shopify-like website and say, I want to consume these things from the blockchain registry, the asset registry. The asset registry is just a database, right? It's just sitting there. So and it costs money to register this, a little bit of money to register it, a nominal amount. So we don't want it to be overflowing with garbage. So it costs money for that. So yes. All right. Next question. Some of the documentation that artists do over the years of their works aren't always in high res because of email constraints. In this Web3 era of NFT minting, will Vitruvio have a feature of enhancing the pixel count of works of art during minting? All right, so what we are talking about here is essentially a service that upscales images. Typically, that's being done these days with AI. So I do foresee that with Vitru Studio, we will over time add lots of features, but initially we won't be able to do that. But I think this is well within the scope of Vitru Studio to be able to add a checkbox that says upscale with AI, and we'll be able to do that. So yeah, are we still on target to launch RC1 in October? Yes, we are, very much so. Will Vitruvio be offering any kind of service where someone's art can be boosted to have more visibility for a fee or commission on sale or something? Yeah, this is a very interesting question. Like, look, because we are sort of handing off, if you will, the responsibility of displaying the art and selling it to apps, I think it's well within a reason for someone to create a store and say that, look, we've got, 10,000 eyeballs on here from collectors, and if you want to be on here, then you have to pay a fee or something like that. That's between the app and the creator. We don't want to get into that, because what we want to do is act as a neutral sort of foundation, and the neutral foundation is there's an asset registry, and whenever you want to license artwork from there, you got to pay the license fee, and we get 2% of it. That's it. Our model is very simple on that. We want to let everyone else make money however they want to on here, because rising tide lifts all boats. Let's keep that in mind. Like, that's an open source mantra, so we want to allow these kind of services to thrive. I don't see us doing it. We got to focus on the foundational layer. When will the faucet be fixed? Whenever it's needed at some point in the future. It's completely unrelated and unimportant right now. I'm not going to waste any developer cycles on something that is not important right now. I'm looking to develop utility apps for BC blockchain. Okay. Where can I find the latest BC code and test cases for non-standard block structures? Is the Vitru code in a private repo? If so, why? No, the Vitruvio source code is available to you in our GitHub. So you can go to github.com/Vitruvio and go find the repo. It's right there. Even if you're developing utility apps for BC, you don't need that source code. That is completely unnecessary. You would be using the API and RPC. The BC code has no non-standard block structures. We've added a few header fields, but we have not modified the block structures at all. So no test cases are needed as a result. But yeah, the blockchain source code is available for you. So go take a look at it. And like I said, though, if you're developing a utility app, that is the last place you should be looking. Instead, word of advice, what you would be looking at is higher level sort of frameworks, if you will, like, for example, Ethers.js or Web3.js, or if you want the full stack for developing smart contracts, you'd use Hardhat. That's where you want to focus your attention. You don't want to be messing around with Go code as a blockchain, because there's nothing you can do with it. It's baked into and compiled, and the blockchain runs on it.